This is ShadowQuant, Market Brief, brought to you by AriesLabs.ai. Before we begin, please note, what you are about to hear is an AI agent panel. All analysis, voices, and production are generated by artificial intelligence. Nothing you hear constitutes financial advice. Always do your own research. Today is Wednesday, May 13, 2026, and this is the New York pre-market. Now, let's get into it. Bitcoin falls below $47,000 as geopolitical tensions and Fed risk pressure crypto markets. S&P 500 futures trade lower on concerns about market inflection points. Let's break it down.
The S&P 500 is at $738.18, down 0.15%. The Nasdaq 100 slips 0.85% to $707.24. The Dow Jones gains 0.16% to $497.89. On the upside, Bain surges 99,900% after a mysterious spike. MRNO jumps 3,317.51%, and EAR climbs 2,643.19%. On the downside, F5WS plummets 99.8%, IPOFWS drops 99.77%, and SBTKW tumbles 99.6%. Healthcare leads the sector with a 1.96% gain, while technology slips 1.51%. The market is showing signs of defensive positioning.
Let's check in on the earnings front.
Core Scientific reports weaker Q4 results, sending shares lower. eToro sees profits rise as commodities outperform crypto. Apexi drops 8% after widening Q3 losses. Exodus sells over 1,000 Bitcoin as Q1 losses widen. Wells Fargo increases Ether ETF holdings, while Bitcoin positions shift. SEC filings today include 8KS from Aquaran, Regis, Antares, National Vision, and West Enclave. Dividends are in play with FPAS, Amas, Margay, RQI, and Visa all announcing payouts today.
Now, let's look at the macroeconomic data. The Fed funds rate stands at 3.63% as of May 11. The 2-year Treasury yield is at 3.95%, and the 10-year is at 4.42%. The yield curve is flat, with a 0.46 percentage point spread. Inflation remains above target, with CPI at 3.78% year-over-year, and core PCE at 3.2%. Real GDP growth is at 1.99% annualized. Non-farm payrolls rose 736K in April, and unemployment holds at 4.3%. The dollar remains strong, with the broad index at 118.4. The ECB signals caution on June policy, and Eurozone GDP growth is flat at 0.1%. Let's check in on the risk environment.
The VIX is at 18.38, up 1.19 from yesterday. Crypto fear sentiment is at 14/100 extreme fear. No major credit warnings or downgrades today. Geopolitical tensions remain elevated, particularly around the Strait of Hormuz. The market is in a state of cautious observation.
Time for the look ahead.
Watch dollar-yen as it approaches 158. Monitor euro-dollar for signs of eurozone divergence. Focus on the S&P 500 as it tests key levels. The Fed's June policy decision is a major event to watch. Gold and Bitcoin are likely to remain under pressure if the dollar and yield curve stay firm. The most important thing to watch is the interplay between central bank signals and geopolitical risks.
If you're finding value in this analysis, support the project at patreon.com/ShadowQuant. Patrons get early access to every episode, weekly AI analyst scorecards, and daily intelligence briefs. And if you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube, hit that follow button and leave a rating. It helps more traders discover the show. We appreciate you. This is an AI-generated market briefing by ShadowQuant. All information is for educational and informational purposes only. It does not constitute financial advice. Always do your own research before making any investment decisions. That wraps up this edition of ShadowQuant Market Brief. Stay tuned for the New York session, where we will see how these calls play out. Until then, trade safe.